Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a review of a Jon Renau heat-defiant wig called Ignite, which is easily the most popular of the heat defiants, and I actually think that this one is really, really cool myself. It's kind of like a Victoria Beckham bob, if you know what I mean by that. And the color on this is an FS27, which is also known as strawberry syrup, which is probably one of my favorite of the syrup shades as well. This was actually purchased by a customer, and I told her that whenever you buy one of these heat defiant wigs, you really should get yourself a bottle of this stuff, which is the Easy Hair HD Smooth Detangler. It's made specifically to accompany the HD hair. So every HD wig you order is going to come with one of these really nice Jon Renau combs that you constantly see me using in my reviews. But it doesn't come with this. So for a very, very limited time, basically until my supplies of these little guys run out, anytime you order a heat defiant wig from me, I'm going to throw in one of these guys for free. And in this particular instance, I'm giving her one of these for free in exchange for me reviewing the wig. This stuff is great because all of the hair, and this is even true for a lot of synthetics that aren't heat defiant, the hair will come with a coating on it, and that coating is to help with static resistance. But all it takes is one washing most of the time, or perhaps a little bit of handling, and that coating will actually just come off. I mean, you can't tell, it just wears off. And so that's why when you first get a wig, it feels so silky and awesome. It's basically got the equivalent of a spray and wig conditioner on it, just like industrial strength. And then, you know, as you handle it and fuss with it, you know, it doesn't leave like a residue on your hands or anything. It just comes off. And so what this does is it tries to replace that a little bit so that way it can continue to help with the friction resistance and slow down the wear on your wigs. And that's super important on these HD wigs because the fiber, as I've said in other videos, is more elastic, so it will wear out more quickly if you don't treat it properly. So let's move on to the actual wig. I love these kinds of bobs, these sort of Victoria Beckham bobs. I think they're super, super chic. I also think that they're basically flattering on everybody. Now there are a couple of key features of this particular wig that I would like to point out to you. So let me zoom right in here. Okay, so this is the lace front, and it's actually a pretty nice one, but you'll be able to see right away that the roots on this lace front and the roots in the front in general have actually been steamed vertically. And that is to give them a little bit of lift. And you can see that it doesn't cover my bio hair completely, but I have a large head. And that wouldn't be noticeable at all if this were rooted, but it's not. So, but you can see that all the way around the top of this hairline, those roots have been steamed vertically. And this also gives you an opportunity to see the lace front really well. This wig does have an average cap that has a little bit of permatease in it, and that's actually kind of nice. I'm actually an advocate for tastefully done permatease, and what it does is it actually gives it a little bit of a bump in the back, so that way it has a little bit more body just right off the bat. But you'll want to be mindful of that when you heat style this wig because it is HD heat defiant, heat stylable material. You'll want to be really careful not to actually singe that permatease that is in the back here. You'll want to leave that alone. So make sure if you're curling it or anything, you're basically just doing it to this part here and not to the very tippy, tippy, tippy top. So this is what the back of this wig looks like. The nape is quite short. The nape on this one is 1.5 inches. So yeah, that's very, very short in the back. A very graduated bob. A little bit of stacking here in the back. I would say that my personal preference would be for them to put a little bit more hair in the back of this thing. I think that that would probably be really nice actually if they put a little bit more hair back there for just a little bit more complete coverage. I don't think it's a deal breaker though. I do think that it would be really good if you purchase this wig to also invest in a synthetic friendly hairspray. And you might want to do that anyway if you're buying a wig that's heat styleable, just to set some of the style. But that hairspray is actually also going to help keep this hair in the back of the nape area lying flat to make sure that you're getting the full amount of coverage that you're basically entitled to back there. You can part this wig in any direction you want. I'm just going to leave it with the part that it came with for now, since this is a customer wig and I do intend to ship it to her today. I love this color, as I mentioned before. Now, it doesn't match my bio hair at all, and if that's a concern for you, make sure that you have one or two options here. You can either dye your bio hair to match the color of the wig you're ordering, or you can order a rooted color, so that way it blends a little bit better with your natural color. I have this problem with quite a few of the Jon Renau wigs. It's never a deal breaker for me. I love the Jon Renau wigs. I think that the consistency and quality of the wigs is well worth the minor inconvenience of it not covering completely on the sides. And to be perfectly frank, that happens to me with most brands actually, because the size of my head is so substantial. And even if you have a normal sized head, you may still have issues with complete coverage here on the sides. And that's because one of the key differences between female wigs and male wigs don't come with built-in sideburns. So that's why this cuts off right here. Whereas if this were a man's wig, it would come all the way down to here usually and cover the complete sideburn area. So a little FYI, they're made like that on purpose. And because these are basically like ready to wear, one size fits all made products, they're not always going to fit everybody equally as well. So that's why I'm a big advocate for modifying them once you get them home to basically suit you any way you like. And if you're afraid of doing that yourself, consult a stylist, consult a cosmetologist. They'd be more than happy, I'm sure, to help you out with that. Just make sure you don't go to like a chain, because most of the time they won't even touch your wigs, and that's probably for the best. The strawberry syrup shade is gorgeous. It's a light auburn that has strawberry blonde highlights throughout. Really, really beautiful color. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Oh, my cap came off with it. Let me put that back on real quick. All right. So this has an open cap construction, also known as capless, if you're ever confused about what that means. It basically means that instead of having a skeletal framework of the wig itself and then all the wefts, which are these little tracts of hair being sewn into it, what you get instead are the wefts that are bound with very lightweight elastic, and this makes the wig much stretchier than a wig that has a standard cap. And then this has adjustable Velcro tabs in the back. It also has felt here at the nape, felt at the ear tabs, and then this area right here in the middle, this kind of spade-shaped area, I mention it in a lot of my Jon Renau open cap wigs, is where the permatease lives, and there's the top of that wig. And note that even though this isn't in a rooted color, the permatease is fairly inoffensive. I think the only part where that really fails on me is just right here, because my bio hair is so dark. But yeah, very, very pretty wig, very, very lightweight wig. This wig only weighs 2.7 ounces, so it should be very, very easy to wear. And even though it is heat styleable, it doesn't even really need it. I find that this particular cut looks very beautiful just as it is, as a very sleek kind of Victoria Beckham bob. And it's very easy to get more volume out of the back just by using a comb, the comb that it comes with. You just comb this upwards just a little bit, and I'm not being rough at all, gentle as a lamb, because that's really the name of the game with these heat defiant wigs if you want them to last a while. I'm just back combing that just a little bit. You could get a lot of body back here very, very easily. So I'm gonna put that back in its resting position because I want the owner of this wig to be able to do whatever she likes with it. And I'm gonna put this back on just so you can see how easy it is. Now note that I brushed it very lightly with that comb prior to reapplying the wig. And that's really just to help smooth it out to prevent tangling once you get it on. And then that way all you really have to do is smooth out the ends. And you can part this any direction you want. Easy peasy. And there's that lace front again. Very, very nice lace front. Be nice if I got it in the right position. There you go. So there you have it. This wig has been Ignite. And this is by Jon Renau, and this is part of their Heat Defiant wig collection. This wig has a lot of style, a very short nape, and a really gorgeous angle right here that really hugs that jawline to define it. And I think this is the kind of style that's chic enough, you know, because so is Vicky. It's chic enough that it could look really nice on basically anybody of any age, as long as you've got the attitude to pull it off. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.